You gonna work? There you. Oh, you're working. Yes. Hey, everybody, it's Brent from Brent's VanLife. Welcome to another crazy live broadcast. I need to get some liquids down my throat. I've been running around all morning since I haven't been in town, so I have to get things back together here on the island in the storming days. Hi, Wayne. How's the weather over there? Hey, Stan. Just grabbing the water. Oh, that one's empty. There we go. It was a cold one last night. And not cold in terms of, weather around our country. But it was cold in here. I had the heat on. I didn't turn the furnace on. Usually stays around 20 degrees in here overnight, which is fine. But last night, I think it got down to 16 or 17. And I was cold thinking, OMG, it must be freezing outside. But no. Cooking a late night dinner last night, I opened up my hood fan and turned the fan on so it would exhaust everything out, and forgot to frickin' close it last night. So all the heat that was coming in here, I turned the heat down low so that this place would fill up overnight. Got sucked out the roof, so no heat. A waste of 8 or 10 hours of trying to heat this place. I'm an idiot. Well, I'm not an idiot. Let's just say old timers is kicking in. Merry Christmas, everybody. For those that don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays. Cheers to us right now. I'm going to make myself a coffee and a Bailey's pretty soon because it's 12 o'clock somewhere, and that somewhere is here. So I'm going to get some water in me first before I get dehydrated. We tried out a new service here in Nanaimo today. My good friend Harry, Outland Harry, has helped out a friend of his, Ken Anderson, I believe his last name was. And Ken makes food trucks. He's got Taco Mania and a couple other food trucks running around Nanaimo and area. And he wanted to try something different. So he's now exploring mobile pet grooming. And I'm like, and what happens is Harry is a very, just an outdoorsy guy, but he's a very talented when it comes to building and stuff. He's a Red Seal welder, and he's into construction and the whole bit. So he has been building out his vans, and basically Ken is bringing on him as a partner. And I ran into him last night and had a beer with him, and he mentioned that they had the mobile dog grooming, and I was like, cool. Can you get me in? That was last night. The dude got his hair cut at 9 a.m. this morning here at Bavarian. He's lying down now. Good afternoon, Doreen. I am doing fabulous. I'm home. I'm back on the island. It's close to Christmas. I haven't quite got the spirit, but I'm definitely feeling a lot better. You'll see it in videos coming up, but you see where I've been. I've been dealing with not pleasant times, but really trying to be helpful to families that are going through worse times than myself. I'm pretty much done up there. Don't think I'll be going back. I'm on call. Told them if they do need me, I would be there within a day or two. We're back here. We're changing medications for my rheumatoid arthritis. My drugs are finally working, so I'm finally getting to walk, which is amazing. Hi, Kev. You're a little bit late, but you know what? I still love you. They put me on prednisone instead of having the cortisone shot. We started out with 50 milligrams for a week of prednisone, and we're now weaning ourselves off. I'm walking really good. It's been a hustling couple 3 days. I forgot to take my medication yesterday and this morning, so we need to bring that up to date after I do this. But actually, I'm walking without pain. It takes me a little bit in the morning to get on my feet and get them stable, but after that, most of the day is pretty good. I'm still walking with a stick because I do feel that you can't go from 0 to 60 right away. You need to like work your way up. So I'm not going to put a lot of stress on my knee and screw it up a second time. We're going to take time. And don't forget, we're also on prednisone, which is a steroid, which masks the pain to a point. Right? Yes, dude, it was so funny. We all know Van Ma Ruth. Well, Van Ma Ruth was actually stopped and saw Renee from BU VanLife, and Renee's up in Kamloops right now. Van Ma Ruth stopped to visit her, and then she thought she'd drive to Vancouver. And when she got to Vancouver, she gave me a dingle and said, "Hey, where are you?" And I'm like, "I'm in Kelowna," which was 45 minutes away from where she was. And I was on my way home, and I actually zigzagged across British Columbia to get home because we've been nailed lately with rainstorms that is knocking out all the highways, whether it's going to knock out a bridge or it's going to cause landslides to cover the actual highways. So at one time, you could not leave the lower mainland of Vancouver. At Hope, all the highways, which are three of them, heading eastbound, were all closed. It was impossible for you to get to Vancouver and impossible for Vancouver to get out of. Yeah, I think it was too, because there's another one that's out in Lillooet, but I'm pretty sure that one got closed too. So I zigzagged home, and I didn't get to stop and see Ruth. Ruth was in Tawasin. She was waiting there till the next morning before she was taking off. She's going south for Christmas to spend it with her family in Washington State. And I barely made the ferry that I had reserved for to get home here in time for a Christmas party. So ever since I've been back, it's been an amazing time since I got back. I've been away for a little over 2 weeks. It is Christmas. I'm getting to see my friends. We're reuniting. A lot of stuff has happened since I got back. It's been go, 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 go. And thought I'd catch up with you guys, let you know that life is good. Looks like 2025 is going to work. Um, yeah, I'm pretty stoked. Let's see what you guys are doing. Uh, da, 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 da. Yep, yep. Watch out, ladies. You tell them, Stan. Good warning, especially with the dude. You guys got to see the dude. Dude, come here. Dude, come here. Come, come here. Get over here, please. Come here. Are you hungry? You want some breakfast? He's not even coming for food. He's had a hard day. We've been running around like you should have seen him getting his haircut. He's yawning. He's like, "Oh, you guys done yet? Can I get out of here?" Uh, yeah, no. Van Ma Ruth did kind of disappear, didn't she? The reason that happens is because, well, she's not hanging out with YouTubers. I don't know what happened to Bruce. Bruce has disappeared. As far as I know, he's working, but I haven't seen any videos come up or anything. Ruth does work throughout the summertime. She is she just, what do they call that when you guys have like a cowboy rodeo and then you have security that wanders around and helps. So she does that kind of stuff still. Keeps her busy in the summertime, makes her, funny money to have to goof off and travel. But she will be over here sometime between Christmas and New Year's. we're gonna hang out for a few weeks, so we'll see if we can get her smiley face on camera and let you guys know she's okay. Um, Hi, Susan Turner. How's the old man doing? Or is that the old man? Yeah, it is. It was long. I'm gonna say we're close to 5 months without really walking without pain. I could walk and it would be painful, but if I stopped for any minute, like if I stopped to have a beer, I it was 5 or 10 minutes for me to stand up and walk back out of the bar. That's You couldn't sit still because then the pain would come back and everything would lock up. So I've started doing a few different things. I stopped using my old drugs, my rheumatoid drugs. Um, I started adding salt. So I added like a teaspoon of salt to a couple glasses of water a day, which works much like a, come on, you guys, what's the word for that? Those Gatorade things there. So uh, I don't add the lemon to it because I'm a tough guy, a West Coast guy, so I can handle salt water. But it actually helps me stay hydrated better. That seemed to be helping. And yeah, I don't know. I just like every morning was a half-hour ritual of massaging and applying Voltaren and taking painkillers just to be able to stand up and walk. It was impossible to get up in the night and go pee. It was ridiculous, but we're doing really good, and that is making me uberly happy. So my health just seems to be rebounding well. Shit, my fridge went on air code this morning. So I better plug it back in, turn it on. Good, the error code's gone, and it hasn't cooled off that much. Perfect. Ah, and don't worry, the house is a mess. We got here and I had so much to unload. I filled my car up to the roof with automotive stuff, supplies, and toys and gifts and stuff like this that I'd picked up along the way. And still trying to get rid of some of the stuff. And yeah, I'd unload it all out of the car, bring it all in here, sort it all out, bring all my clothes in. So it's been go, 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 go. But we're happy. There's Ruth there, you guys. Sorry. Hi, Ruth. Oh, Annie's here too. There you go. Wow. Oh, thank you, Susan. I want to wish all you guys a Merry Christmas too. And for those of you that don't celebrate Christmas, I'm going to say Happy Holidays to you because 'tis the season of joy and happiness. And I'm always wanting to be around people because I don't know. I'm getting an extra boost this year from helping others, freely giving of yourself and not expecting things back, and it just fills your heart instead of your wallet. And I love that feeling. I love that kind of stuff. So yeah. Drained. My blood pressure go up from that? Huh. Well, supposedly it's, what do they call those things when we add something to our drinks so that we get more water to hold on to? And I'm having one of those dementia moments, right, where it's really, yeah, it's a lot of time I can't get out. You know what I mean? I miss you guys. It's been a crazy long time, and I haven't really been out to see you guys and talk to you guys in person. So, any questions? What are you guys up to this Christmas? I don't really have any family here. I do have my sister that lives here. I got a hold of her yesterday. Uh, she's she took off with her friend down to Victoria, and just for staycation, get away from the norm that she's been doing. She's a new retiree. Well, not new. She's retired for 5 or 6 years now, but she still enjoys living life. So she's out hiking, doing the stuff that she needs to do, but she wanted a different site. I don't want to go home today. So they went and rented the hotel for a day or two. So that's good on her. I no mention of Christmas, but it's still almost less than a week away. It's Thursday. Today's Saturday. So big shout out to Donna, road trip Donna. Her and Kev are doing a camp out. Well, Kev's doing the camp out. Donna's helping him promote because she has a little bit more experience at promotions and be able to deal with the internet because Kev's still a little bit shy. They're doing a camp on May 22nd to the 24th, I believe, in the big thriving metropolis of Drumheller, Alberta. For more information, either get a hold of Kev C68 or Donna's Road Trip, blah, blah, blah. Tap on them or go to their page and find out. It'll be a great time for people that, not only like camping, but are in tune with other people, especially if you're doing social media and stuff like this. There will be quite a number of us that are social media wannabes. Best way to put it, right? But we've been doing this van life stuff full-time, part-time, wannabe, stuff time. And we get together and it reminds me, like I've been doing this for decades. And back in the day, the early 2000s, I was a Volkswagen guy. So I'd go to all these Volkswagen jamborees. And it takes a certain individual to be a Volkswagen guy to drive an air-cooled hippie bus, 500 miles to go park in a field with a bunch of other hippie buses. So I don't want to call them eccentric, but we are pretty different, but we are all kind of the same. And I think this is the same thing with this van life community that we have, that it doesn't matter who you meet. We are all kind of like fit together somehow. So want to try it out? If you thought about trying it out, if you live in the area, or you just like want to go and see what these guys are like, pop by. If I want, Kev could probably write some crap in the thing here. You guys can write it down if you want any information. But yeah, I'm going to try to make it. I live a long way away. Let's just say 2 big mountain ranges, the coastal mountains of Vancouver and the West Coast, the Rocky Mountains of the Alberta and British Columbia, the 2 plains of the Okanagan, and then on to Alberta, all the way to and Drumheller is on the eastern border of Alberta, which hits Saskatchewan. So it's a ways away. And nobody's offered me free camping yet. So really, it's not worth my time to drive there. Let's say Johnny's in the house. How's it going? Electrolytes. Hello, Pixie. How's it going? Quick go through the names in here to make sure. Curly's on the move. You're taking time out of your busy massage therapy video recording YouTube channel career to hang out with me? Thank you, Renee. You're awesome. Renee was actually up north of my old hometown of Prince Rupert, and I was watching her videos. And she had warned me on her previous video that, I'm going to mention you in the next video. I had to watch the next video. And it was so funny because I'm like, why would she mention me? And she found a overlander spot that I had found a number of years ago out in the middle of nowhere. It was an old abandoned mill that had been totally torn down, but it was one big flat cement area that was as big as a mall with walls on it that were all painted with spray paint art murals and stuff like this. And she found it. And I was like, cool. Renee, to let you know, I went up on the dirt part when you first come in. I explored that whole area, but there's big fields up there, and I went down there, and I ended up down the far side near the river, and I went down, and it looked like they had pushed all the old wood off the edge of that cement platform. I had tons of firewood, so I spent a couple of days there burning fires. It was an awesome spot, so peaceful, so quiet. It was weird though because they worked at night, and I don't know if they still had trucks up there because that was years ago, but they had earth mover trucks and excavators and stuff that would start up at night and they would go down behind the mill somewhere. That was weird. So, anyways, good to see you, honey. I'll pay for one night for you, Brent. You make me dinner. My dinners are $34 each, honey. Come on. Actually, I'm doing the old. I got back here and we started up again on the carnivore diet. I'm not the best for following things. Like Wayne today asked me if I wanted to go for brunch, breakfast type of thing, and I was like, "Yeah, okay." So I do screw up, but I think I've done that my whole life. So who cares? But I'm really trying to focus on it because I have seen a bit of a difference in my weight and stuff like this. I'm not down to what I want yet, but then again, I haven't had anything to really measure it. But I'm noticing it in my pant sizes and stuff like that. So as long as I'm feeling healthy and I feel like I'm losing weight, I'm pretty happy because better for the knees. We'd like everybody to say hello to Ron. Ron Fast is a friend of mine out of Chilliwack, British Columbia, Canada. That's where men are men and sheep run like hell. Um, Sorry, Ron, I'm at home. I was going to text you on my way through and say, sorry, buddy, I want to catch the 3 o'clock ferry. Got there at 2:05 or something like that. Like I had 50 minutes to spare when I pulled in. And that was after driving 6.5 hours on a 4-hour trip. So when I left the Okanagan, they were having snowstorms and rainstorms and washouts and car accidents. And so they shut down the Coquihalla. They shut down the Coquihalla connector. They shut down Highway 3. It's been closed for a week. They shut down the Highway 1, Fraser Canyon. I'm like looking at the weather and I'm like, well, there's one break. And on Wednesday, I'm going to make a run for it because the Coquihalla was open. And I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning, had my coffee, wasn't awake, looked at the road report, and they closed the Coquihalla. I left Kelowna. I got to Merritt. I was hoping they would be open by the time I got there. I got there around 9 o'clock in the morning. Their next update was they expected to be open at 1, which was way too late for me. So my only other option was this small little highway that goes from Merritt to Spences Bridge, which is on Highway 1. And it was washed out 3 years ago. It was cool because there's all new highways, and you can see the old construction and where they'd wiped out the old. It was a beautiful drive, but it added like 2.5 hours to my drive because I had to go cut all the way across to Highway 1, and then I came down through there. But you sure could tell when you got to the Fraser Canyon, you're like, I'm home, because the wet coast follows the Fraser Canyon up. So as soon as you got to the Fraser Canyon, like there was blowing snow and ice and everything on the Coquihalla when I was driving it on the connector. But when I went down and I hit Highway 1 of the Fraser Canyon, it was beautiful rain. And I'm like, oh, how I missed the rain. Because rain is good. I love the rain, right? And rain also keeps you from slipping and sliding all over the highway. So we made it back safe and sound with it some time to spare. I got back in time for my buddy's Christmas party. That was a hoot. We went out last night. I went and hooked up with Harry, Outland Harry. He's doing a project with some friends. We're trying to get the dude down here because the dude got a haircut this morning. I couldn't get into his beauty parlor till January. But Harry has been helping out a guy that owns food trucks who's now opening up mobile pet grooming trucks. And they drove here to the shop this morning at 9 o'clock, and the dude is now Rico Suave. We've had to change his name. Anyways, he's cute as heck, and thanks, Harry, for getting me that time slot right away. I had beers with them last night, and they were here this morning. So that was really good. Yeah, that's right. Feel free, like Pixie says, to like this video. All you have to do, I believe, is double click on my face. Snap, snap. I think if you're on a laptop, I'm not sure how it works on your phone. Maybe do that. A lot of you guys are on the TV. You got to scroll it down so that my scroll goes up and it goes down, and then you hit the thing underneath. So many different ways of doing it. Aw, how come you're not at work there, Narc Alert? That's my good friend Maud Merck from the Narc Alert. Not that it's on YouTube anymore, but she's still a really good friend of mine. And she lives in downtown Toronto. Yeah. Crazy broad. Well, you got a day off finally. Good for you. Yes. Well, how do you know that? Yeah, he's got Taco Mania. He's got 2 or 3 food trucks now, I think. Yeah, Ken. I've known Ken for a number of years. He used to be also involved in Tim Hortons here in town. So, yeah, Mr. Bond. Let's see. Not a problem. I'll come here to the island and visit in January, maybe February. That would be nice if your wife will let you. Dude, you want to come down and say hi? Come and say hi. Come on. Getting old, I'm telling you. What else can I tell you? The Honda worked marvelously. I got a bunch of hot rod buddies that are super, 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 super happy that I brought that stuff down to them. It's all that stuff. You know what's really funny? I kind of felt like, what's going on here? Oh, there we go. I kind of felt like American Pickers. You guys watch that show? Taco and a haircut. Well, if it ain't Norm, but just waking up from your nap, Norm? Hey, you okay, Norm? If that's your first comment, then that means you just got here and you're still not warmed up yet. Come on, boy. I know you're way better than that. Where'd my phone just went off somewhere? This stupid thing. So I'm really starting to enjoy these things. I'm not using them right now. Oh, that's Harry right there texting me. This is the new DJI Mini that I use clip on with their mini mics, which really helps with the videos to be much more crisper and clearer when it comes to sound. Well, I didn't have it hooked up the other day properly. I had it hooked right to my phone. It clips on right here like that. I'll get your fat fingers all the way, Brent. Anyways, it clips on like that. And when I was leaving Kelowna, this popped out of my tripod, landed on the ground, and broke off this piece here that slides in. $30 fit in here. So I ordered this instead. So now what we're going to do is we're going to be able to plug it in like this and then hang this down somewhere. Anyways, I lost this and the microphone. And I have been looking for this for 3 friggin' days. I knew where I put it, but I could. Oh, what's this? Well, thank you very. Am I allowed to say your real name now? Maud Merck. We'll just stick with Maud Merck. I finally found it this morning because it was in my ashtray and I got worried that I might lose it, but I forgot that I got worried that I might lose it, and I stuck it in my pocket, in separate pocket, so I wouldn't lose it, and I lost it. Hang on. There we go. Taking care of business. No. I understand. Maud Merck. Even though Maud Merck wasn't even her name, was it? Because I think that was her boyfriend's name at the time, and she was Maud something else. And then when she had her boyfriend come on another YouTube channel, they gave him the name Merck or something like this. And it's a long story. This is going back in 2007. Not to say that we're old, but yeah, a long time ago when the internet was much like this. We used to have, this is what we used to do every day at a certain time. Mr. Bond would come on and do Mr. Bond show, and then Mr. Bond drove across Canada in his Volkswagen, and he'd have to go find internet cafes to do this at and say hey, and then people would come to visit him at the internet cafes in all these strange towns, and Maud Merck worked for the company in the background and monitor, the idiots and the mongrels and those kind of peoples and stuff like this. So thanks, hon, and it's been great getting to know you and become a friend over all these years. So I hope you're gonna have a Merry Christmas. I really, truly do. I know what you've been through, and I've been through very similar shit as you. But you look at me, I'm smiling like a fucking kid again. In time, dear. Everything comes in time. Anyways, is Renee? Oh, there's Renee. Renee saying hi to Renee. Isn't that special? Do you guys spell your name the same? I don't think so. I think one's got an E missing. Hello, Cheryl. Welcome to the room, Roxanne. We're all glad you guys are all here. I was only. Yeah, he was. See, I was right. What? He was Mr. Merck. Okay. Sorry. I knew there was some kind of thing going on there. So I'm glad we straightened that out because everybody else was so intensely waiting to find out. Awesome to hear. No worries. There we go. Yeah, I did a mistake though. So this morning, it was the guys told me the haircut price, and I'm like, well, I usually pay $70. So, buddy says, yeah, don't worry, I got you the deal at $70. I'm like, fuck, perfect, man. They're coming to me too. That's perfect. So they show up and you do a good hair. You get to actually sit in and watch your dog get his haircut if you want, right? Shows up in same buses that we use. He's driving a Dodge Ram delivery van, stand-up version, dog bath, clipping tables, vacuums, hot water. It's really cool inside. Anyways, I'm sitting here, okay, $70 and 20% on top of that is $15, so that's like $85. But I'm not good with math first thing in the morning. So I get out in the morning and I'm trying to do this. And I pull my wallet out and I count all this money. And I said, oh, I need $5 more. I go get $5 out of the car and hand over the money. And as I'm walking back here, I said, oh, shit. 70 plus 15 is 85. You just handed him $95. Oh, well. Merry Christmas. Get walking, right? You don't go ask for money back when you tip people. I hope you guys don't, because I sure don't. It was my mistake. I own it. I'm happy that they're happy, and it's Christmas time. So hopefully that $10 goes to a good cause. Good morning, Fun Mike. I got a gift for you. For we brought back from the Okanagan. There's Bonnie and Clyde, all the way from Spokane, Washington, or Washington. That's how it is. Patent, potassium. I think that'll help you get rid of the hip to knee nerve pain. Is it nerve pain? Overnight almost. Don't know. It might help. You know what? It's worth a try. Especially if I can find somebody that has potassium. Then I don't have to waste money because I already blew $10. I have used other stuff too. I'm using something else. Two other minerals of sorts to help with aging things. I think what it is, but I'll have to look. One was for my muscles would like tighten, so I'm taking something for that, and boron for cartilages of my shoulders and knees and stuff like this. So we're trying to Trying to use different things. We'll see how it works. Um, oh, I can't even try pronouncing. Sorry, Patton. There'll be a little. Is that Dennis Day? Doris Day? Is that what it is? Doris Day? Oh my God. We have a celebrity in those. DD from 1964. It must be Doris because that's right around the time that she was, very important and stuff like that. So, how often do I do lives? I used to try doing them on every Saturday around 1 o'clock. Now it's about every second Saturday ish. They don't change it up. I was thinking today, I was going to do one early today, just so the East Coast people, because it is a Saturday. Not everybody has a Saturday off, but us people at this age do. But if I do it at 10 o'clock here on the West Coast, well, that's still like lunchtime and stuff back east. So if I went at 9 o'clock here, that's when we're starting to get up. Well, some of us lazy ones. Some of the guys, like I'm usually up around 7, but lately it's been 8 o'clock because I've been running myself down. But yeah, I thought like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. That would be still noonish in Ontario, 1 o'clock in the East Coast. Still early enough that we haven't gone out and had to go do anything, or at least we're back from what we did in the morning. Just maybe kick things off a little bit. 6 p.m. at night though. Eastern time is 3 o'clock here, so it's actually later than when I'm doing it. Did you do yours on Saturdays though, Ray? Who else is here? Cheryl Smith. My blood pressure is high. Do you think worry and anxiety? Damn straight, it does. Yeah, Cheryl, definitely. Yeah. Um, Something I learned a long time ago, but with stress and anxiety and stuff like this was, um, I was always anxious. Like I was Alice in Wonderland. Do you know when I was the rabbit in Alice in Wonderland. Who was like, I'm late, I'm very, very late. And that was me growing up. Like I was a hyperactive, probably ADHD. God only knows what else I had going on. But I brought it right into my adulthood. And I remember waking up every morning thinking I'm late. And I would wake up and like I'd be standing up getting dressed before I was even awake. I'd be in a shower. Anxiety was so hard I would have a dry heaves because I was so far behind. And I don't want to sound religious, but I started praying because somebody taught me this old pray like, God, grant me serenity to accept the things I cannot change. That's everything. The courage to change the things I can, that's me. And the smarts to know the difference. But they also broke it down to me to say, like, serenity is peace of mind. And when I have anxiety and what was the other one? Worry going on in my head, it usually means I'm not in the moment, which means I have no peace of mind. And not much of a prayer. So I used to say, I'd lie in bed and I'm like, God, grant me serenity. That's all I want. Just just give me peace of mind because that's what serenity actually is. Peace of mind. PEAC. Right? To me. So and I would repeat it and I'd start having this conversation outside of myself. Instead of focusing on the problems, I was focusing on letting it go. And when I had a conversation with whoever the heck you want to talk to, it seemed to go away. But I had to create the conversation. I couldn't just ask and go, okay, when are you going to take it? I'm like, no, I would create a conversation. The more I conversed with it, the less I thought about what which made me anxious and which actually made me whatever the other word was, worried. Because when we're worrying about stuff, it's stuff that really is beyond our control. It's usually in the future, and we have no say in it. And sometimes we're worried about something. We plan all these different things. If this happens, I'm going to do that, and if this happens, I'm going to do this, and if this happens, I'm going to do it that way, and then it happens like 4 days later, and we're like, oh shit, I didn't think it would happen this way. Now what? And then we actually deal with it in the moment, and it works out. And I know it works out because you're here. So all those times you worried and had anxiety, you got through them, and you're here, and now you're still thinking about other things that worry and anxiety you. Hey, is that weird? Who's this? Don Yoshi. Been there, done that. Right? We all have our own learning stuff. The 12-step guy, eh? I spent 20 plus years in and around the 12-step stuff. Yes, I actually worked in treatment centers for 9 years or something like that. So yeah, I got some knowledge about how that stuff works, and I actually believe in it because I was a church pushed guy when I was a kid, and and I didn't have much time for it my loose, and I was a working aholic kind of guy all my life. I came here to the island, and the island was one of those places that you come and become a hippie again. This kind of fell in my lap because of people I knew and I ran into. So yeah, all the power to that 12-step stuff, guys. The invasion of France, invasion date of France in World War II. When I was, oh, D-Day. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. But Doris Day was kind of hot. Come on. Wow. Thank you very much for that information. Are you an old timer that was in the war, or were you an old timer that studies the war? Or yeah, let us know a little bit more there. D-Day 64, 644, I should say. Thank you very much for pointing that out. Living the moment, exactly there, Narc. It is. It's the old saying, right? If you got one foot in tomorrow and the other foot in yesterday, you're pissing all over today, something like that. Yeah, that's something like that. I can't remember them all. It's been too many years. I've taken a break and became this. Though, you know what? I am kind of leaning back that way because when I was working for them and helping the people, I did find myself um, a lot more spiritual and connected to what was going on in my world. And ever since I started my YouTube career 6 years ago, which isn't that long, but I have noticed that it was to entertain you guys. It wasn't about making money or anything. It was just having fun. But I found my human connection started to lack. And I wasn't there sometimes when people needed things and stuff like that. And I kind of miss that because it does. Um, when our heart is full, we feel the best. And if we're too busy to help people, then we better have a look at that. I think I need to have a look at that. So we're kind of trying to change things like that. And I'd love to have a beer. Six-pack support group. There we go. I love my beer, Don. I'm telling you. I don't have any here. The only thing I got here right now is "Tis the Season" stuff. So I have my coffee and Bailey's, which I should have one because it's 1 o'clock somewhere. That's here. Yeah, whatever. Narcs off for dinner with a friend. Oh, you enjoy it. Okay, there, Miss Maud Merck. I love you to death. And yeah, we need to catch up behind the scenes. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Okay. Love you to death. Merry Christmas. What is here, Brent? 2 beers. Yeah, we can't control the future, Cheryl. Like, um, stay in the moment and love it. And even when I do, like, The other things I really try to focus on what's good in things. When I was actually hanging out with the guy that died, that when I was out helping out in my last videos, he was one of those guys that was very negative, and I'd always try to go like, well, yeah, but what's good about it? Like nothing good about it. I'm like, no, there's always something good in everything that's bad. It could be this small, but it's good. And if you focus on that little thing that's good, it'll get bigger. You don't tell him that, but you always try to get them to start to look for what's good in a situation. But usually they're so wrapped up in what's bad, they're get involved in it, or yeah, it eats them up. So I always try to go like, well, you know what? At least we didn't drown. Because man, it was raining here this morning. I woke up this morning; it was gorgeous. It was up here to 7:30, 8 o'clock. Sat down here, made myself a cup of coffee, and the sun just came in my door, and I'm like, "Oh my God, this is going to be a beautiful day." And then by the time I got dressed and finished my coffee, it was black out. By the time I got out beside the compound to get the dog's haircut, it was pouring rain. And then we went out for lunch. Thank you, Wayne. Thanks for lunch, Wayne. And it was horrendous. And guess what it's doing now? And that's right. It's sunny. I have to keep these closed because then we can't see very good if I keep these things. There's nothing to see out there anyways other than containers. Travel Videos, Jeff Drofton, wish you a very Merry Christmas. Thank you very much, Mr. Travel Videos 2023. I wish you a very Merry Christmas, too. It has been 46 minutes under. I've been under the lights here, sweating away, trying to keep you guys entertained. What kind of stories you want me to tell now? What do you want to hear about? Happy holidays, LJ. Hanukkah. You could pull the joke like me. This is what I tell people. Like when I'm not in a good mood, they're like, "Oh, you ready for Christmas?" And I'm like, "Well, actually, every December I turn into a Jehovah's Witness. But don't worry, I reformed back in January." Yeah, it's fun stuff. What's we got, Donna? You're going to run your dog sitting this weekend. Okay, Donna, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate you. I'm going to be running here shortly, too. I usually keep it within an hour because I find myself running out of things to say. And when I start standing here reading and going, I don't find that very entertaining. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I got nothing around here, dudes. I haven't even had a coffee. What's this? Hit the road, YYC. Hit the road, YYC. Is that our little friend with the rabbit? Huh? So I don't see anybody in here by that name. Thanks for the cup of coffee. Speaking of coffee, let's just do that, okay? Oh, jeepers, creepers. This is what I call living large, okay? And the reason we call that living large is because I live in a school bus. And, yeah, you see a lot of people in those YouTube videos when they live van life, making all those fancy cups of coffee, and they got their presses, and they got their whatevers. Well, that's how I make special coffees. Just as simple as this. Pour some of this in it. And just like that. Should I make a video like that? Put that in one of my videos, eh? You and your French presses and your, what are those other things where they have to like push the balls down or pour overs? They do all those fancy things on their videos. Let's use this. Hey, Craig, how's it going, buddy? What's going on here? Oh, Brian. Hi, buddy. I hope to meet up with you again, buddy. We're looking at Francis in the house. Merry Christmas, dear. I love you to death. I hope you're having a good Christmas too. I don't know where the hell you are. Probably in France or something right now. You travel way too much for me to follow. Um, Trying to scroll back here. What? Sorry, sorry, no disrespect. Don, what did you say something? I don't see anything bad, so I'm gonna just let you go. You're apologizing, so that's all that really matters. I worry about my health, thinking there's something wrong. You know what? I really hate to break this to you, Cheryl, but none of us are getting out of this life alive. Okay, we're all going to die at one time. Some sooner than the others. One thing I questioned myself the other day was when I was watching us old people walking around. Okay, like I was just at Home Depot and I'm watching some old guys get out of their cars and they're walking, and I'm like, 90% of them have a struggle walk like me. Knees are starting to wear out. Now we're starting to replace bones and hips and stuff like this. It's like, that's because they're making us live too long. Back in the old days, we'd be dead by now, right? But now they're letting us live for all these extra 10, 20, 30 years. And now we have to replace all the bones. So, are we grateful for living in the future? Anyways, again, if you're in the future and you're worried about health and stuff like this, go to a doctor, see what it is. I procrastinate on it because I've always found that a lot of the time that my health gets better over time if I don't focus on it. Um, my pain, like I've been since I was 29 years old, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. So all my inflammation in my wrists, knees, hips, ankles are like outrageous, and I'm in pain. I eat Tylenol like candy. So when the doctor asked me how much pain I'm in, to me, my three is your seven. So I say three, and they're like, okay. But then all of a sudden, when it rages, and I'm at a 10, you guys would be like in the hospital wanting injections of morphine. So, anyways, uh, one of the things that got me through it was not focusing on the actual pain and suffering. Like, there's so many other things we can do, and the more we focus on it, I think it gets worse. So, again, trying to find the silver lining. Take care of yourself, absolutely, right? Talk to a doctor, do that, but don't let it obsess you, right? How's it going, Craig? It's really good to see you made it. We're right near the end of this beautiful blog cast. Is that what it's called, or is it a vlog? What's the difference? Because we used to call it blog TV, and now it's vlogging. I wonder what the difference was. This too shall pass. See, Mr. Yoshi, we're on there. Where's your note? I love that. I'm really happy. How many other YouTube live people use that quote? I see you're late. Did you bring a note? Is that like a one-off? Is that like a Brent thing? Yeah. Glad you guys are all here because without you, there wouldn't be a me. And you guys really do help keep me going. And I love sharing moments like that. Like here I am, kind of talking with Cheryl, and Dawn's on board with me because he understands where I'm getting my lingo from, and it's very helpful, simple shit that all we need to learn is keep smiling. We've had a great day so far. I woke up on the right side of the lawn, right? And you know what? Today's better than it was yesterday because I couldn't walk. I didn't walk for 5 months, and I'm walking now with the aid of a unipod. I'm using Wayne's unipod, which is a tripod with only has one leg. So, and it doesn't even look like I need it, but I'm using it because I don't want to go from 0 to 60. I'm going 0, 10, 20, and I'm going to get up there slowly and get back to health, and we're going to be good with it. So we're going to be taking care of ourselves. You got to go, Bonnie. Good to see you. Merry Christmas. I hope you find a man underneath your tree this year. and one that's not insecure and starts freaking out on you. Sorry, oops. I'm on Bonnie's Facebook page. She's probably gonna go, "You're an asshole, Brent." Anyways, see you, Bon. Hi, chat folks. Well, Don, thank you. Let's see the D. Curly's on move. Merry Christmas. Thanks for popping in, Renee. It's a blast seeing you here. So hopefully our paths will cross. I know this winter sometime. If not, probably in February. I believe it was February 14th, which will be like a year since I last saw you. Not because it's Valentine's Day, folks, but we have a VanLife meetup here around that date every year at a certain place here on the island. And Curly on the move there, Renee, check her channel out because she's a lot of fun. She's got some spooky stories to tell. She's got some great fun facts. She's a historical buff. She has a great channel, okay? And if she happens to be in your hood, she also does mobile massages. So look her up. Curly on the move, YouTube. Get her done. You're a sweetheart. That's why I don't mind helping you out, girl. Okay, then there are lots of sport ropes. Okay, it is 4 minutes, less than 4 minutes to showdown. Any questions before I run away? Because I got some business to take care of. Oh, there's nothing like coffee and cream, especially when it's Irish. Oh, that's what it means. I was just thinking the other day, what do they make Bailey's Irish cream out of? I just tasted it and it just finally kicked in. It's Irish whiskey cream. I'm pretty sure. Sweet though. Anyways, it tastes really good. It tastes kind of like hot chocolate. You guys have it out in the States? Do you guys have Irish cream down there? Like, is it Bailey's? Or what's it called? No questions. No answers. Everybody fell off and fell asleep. Was I that damn boring? Now I can go back to this and hear your voice. Ah, there you go. Oh, there you go. But you're over in Europe, so do they have Irish cream over there? Are you still in Europe? Are you, because you're not traveling here now still? France, I follow her on her Facebook page too, and she does a cool little retro trailer that she cruises around the United States in. But she used to be on the East Coast, and I believe she moved to somewhere in France. I know way too many people and have to try way too much memory for this old brain, right? Yep, France, see? Irish whiskey. Yep, cool. Hi, Danny. Danny. Merry Christmas, buddy. Thank you for being you. You're a great guy. Wait, with wine? Those Americans screw up everything, Ruth. Curious. You didn't finish your sentence, France. Curious, Ruth. Are you coming back here before New Year's? Ouch. I know the yep was for the Americans screwing up things. I'm just waiting for the answer on if you'll be back here for New Year's. Okay, Don. Thank you very much, Mr. Yoshi, for hanging out. And please come back. And don't forget to hit the like button on the way out. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do subscribe. I'm going to build this channel up a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit more effort into this year. We're going to be doing some traveling again. Not as much as I usually do, but we're definitely going to get out. We're going to have some fun, and we're going to go see some cool stuff this year, okay? Like my biological daughter, which I haven't got a chance to go. Well, I've saw her twice already, but I really need to connect with that family. Um, and Cheryl, that's again, that fills my heart. Okay, being of service and being able to help people, especially in troubled times, just giving him a helping hand or an ear to listen to or a shoulder to cry on is great. I did that for years where people would call me up and I would put down what I was doing to go have coffee with them when they were struggling, and yeah, it makes us a little less important and makes the world a better place. So with that, we're going to say thank you all for hanging out for this Christmas edition. You never know. I might show up on Christmas Eve or night or day or something. God only knows if I get bored or something. To wish you guys even a better one. Maybe I'll dress up like Santa. Ruth, I'm really looking forward for you to come over and hang out with us for a couple of days. The van's not running too good at the moment, but I'm pretty sure we'll get up and running because I do have to go a couple towns over and get something put on here to make it better for traveling next year. Peace, love, and granola. Stay happy. Merry Christmas and love one another. Be good to yourself. I love you all. Merry Christmas.